So you won't have to listen to me too much more, but I do have the honor of presenting the first Vermont Book Award of the evening for creative nonfiction. From a young adult exploration of the Black Panther Party in the context of the broader sweep of Black history, to a long secret history of a German Jewish family that escaped the Nazis and later founded Pantheon Books, to a moving memoir about marriage and divorce in contemporary America, and finally, a graphic narrative that purports to be about America's obsession with fitness fads, but is actually documenting the importance of interdependence in our small communities. These finalists have produced extraordinary works of creative nonfiction that should make all Vermonters proud. The finalists in creative nonfiction are The Secret to Superhuman Strength by Alison Bechdel, But You Seem So Happy, A Marriage in Bits and Pieces by Kimberly Harrington, Revolution in Our Time, The Black Panther Party's Promise to the People by Kessler Magoon, and finally, End Papers, a family story of books, war, escape, and home by Alexander Wolfe. And the winner of the 2021 Vermont Book Award for Creative Nonfiction is The Secret to Superhuman Strength by Alison Bechdel. Alison was not able to be with us tonight, but we did drag her down to our offices in Montpelier earlier in the week, and she recorded a message for everyone.
Thank you. It means so much to me to receive a Vermont Book Award. I'm very sorry I can't be with you here tonight in Alumnex Hall, but I'm very happy to have a reason to say the word alumnex, which I love, not just for its gender inclusivity, but because even many seasoned writers get all those various permutations of alum wrong, and this eliminates the confusion. I'm especially delighted to receive a Vermont Book Award because one strand of my book is about how I found my way to Vermont and how much I love this place. As a teenager growing up in Pennsylvania, I became fixated on the idea of New England and began a quest to make my way here. It's true that at first I had a rather shallow notion of what New England was all about, given that it was based largely on my discovery of the L.L. Bean catalog. But I felt like that catalog was a portal to a wondrous new dimension, a dimension where life required balaclavas, anoraks, gaiters, and trousers made of moleskin, a hardy, unisex dimension where the air smelled of wood smoke and impending snow, a dimension called Vermont. It took me until I was 30 to actually get myself here, and at that point my appreciation began to deepen. As somewhat of a nonconformist, I felt safe here in the woods of Vermont. In a way, I would not have felt safe in the woods of Pennsylvania or Minnesota. There was something very different going on here, a spirit of tolerance and enlightenment. Another strand of my book is about the New England transcendentalists, in particular Ralph Waldo Emerson and Margaret Fuller, who I feel a real connection to for their love of nature, for the way they thought about our relationship as humans to the natural world, for their sense of being part of some larger whole. And those are certainly things I've experienced very powerfully here in the hills of Vermont. But I also relate to the way the transcendentalists were these hippie back-to-the-landers long before there was such a thing, you know, with their progressive politics and experimental schools and adventures in communal living and even veganism. I don't know what it is about New England and Vermont in particular that makes this place so special, but it does have something to do, I feel, with place. Is it the topography? Is it something in the water? Is it the human scale of our community? I'm still trying to figure that out. But whatever it is, it makes me feel very proud to live here. Indeed, it makes me feel actual flickers of patriotism, skeptical though I normally am of that emotion. So all that is to say, it just means a great deal to me to receive a Vermont Book Award. Thank you very much.
For the second award of the evening, I'm pleased to welcome Leslie Ward, President of Vermont College of Fine Arts.
Good evening. It is just wonderful to be in this space with so many real humans. So thank you all for coming out today. I want to start off by thanking the founding president of VCFA, Tom Green, and his staff who helped envision this wonderful event to celebrate and acknowledge all the incredible contributions that Vermont writers make to the literary world. This has become a much anticipated event, and it has been enriched this year by, and going forward, by the partnerships we have created with the Vermont Humanities Council and the Vermont State Library. VCFA has nourished many Vermont writers through the years through our programs and our workshops, and in turn, we have been nourished by the Vermont literary community. They have made us a stronger and better school, and we couldn't thank them enough. So it is particularly meaningful to be here tonight to honor these extraordinary writers. At VCFA, we state that our mission is, in our mission, that the belief that that art not only reflects reality, but helps create new and better realities. Today, as we have experienced the isolation of the pandemic, an alarming uptick in mental health issues, divides in our world that seem to make it really difficult to find common ground for dialogue, and the power of social media platforms to allow people to seemingly judge without curiosity or empathy. We believe more than ever in the essential value and power of the arts. By nurturing artists across our 6 disciplines, we are on a mission to help people feel seen and understood, to connect people, to help people find empathy with people whose experiences are extraordinarily different from their own, and perhaps even to find and experience just a little bit of joy. Tonight, we honor 4 fiction writers who do those things. Whether we are reading a literary thriller that's woven through with themes of patriarchy, feminism, and personal transformation, or investigating through the unlikely meetup of a monk, a Somalian refugee, and an Afghan war veteran, the idea of sanctuary and the hope of human connection in a time of displacement, or the transformative power of friendship in a life of determined isolation, or finally in a collection of narratives separated by time and place, connected by characters, trying to flee both the pain of the past and the horrors of the present. We can't help as individuals emerge thinking differently about ourselves and our relationship to others. I'm proud to present the nominees for this year's Vermont Book Award in Fiction. Melanie Finn for The Hare, Brad Kessler for North, Nathaniel Ian Miller for the Memoirs of Stockholm Sven, and Ricardo Wilson, An Apparent Horizon and Other Stories. And the winner this year is Melanie Finn for The Hare.
I'm so totally unprepared for this because I'm the person who doesn't win. The last time I won anything was when I was 5, and I won a raffle at the Nairobi Dog Club, and my father convinced me to choose the whiskey bottle. So I just really did not think I was going to win because these other books are so fantastic. And it's been a year since The Hair came out, and as writers know, you lose connections with your book and you start to doubt it. I am so pleased for my character, Rose, that she has spoken to people, that she represents an avatar of healing over time, and that, yeah, so I can't really come up with anything else, but I'm here with my daughter Pearl and my mom and my friend Hope and Jim and Rebecca Schley. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for this beautiful vase. I'm so stunned. Thank you so much, all the judges and everybody here tonight. Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome to the stage Vermont State Librarian Kathy Delneo.
Hi, everybody. My name is Catherine Delneo. I'm the Vermont State Librarian. It is such a pleasure to be here with you tonight in celebration of Vermont's writers. I'm very appreciative that the Department of Libraries has been welcomed into such a productive and meaningful collaboration with Vermont College of Fine Arts and Vermont Humanities on the Vermont Book Awards. And I'm really thrilled to have the honor of presenting the award for poetry tonight. At the Department of Libraries, we support Vermonters in continuously sharing their voices and learning from one another. We support Vermonters in every stage of literacy. We celebrate as our littlest ones enter the world of literature by nibbling at the corners of board books and ripping and flipping pages. We celebrate when elementary school students move on from the slow, mechanical decoding of words and sentences to flying through chapter books, voraciously reading. We celebrate when kids write their first works of poetry during National Poetry Month every April. We celebrate book club attendees who passionately discuss the finer points of their monthly group read. And we especially celebrate Vermonters who are brave enough to put their own voices into the world, onto the pages of a book, our writers. Our dream for Vermont's writers is that their words, their voices will take flight from those printed pages and resonate in the minds and hearts of readers. Salman Rushdie wrote, "A poet's work is to name the unnameable, to point at frauds, to take sides, start arguments, shape the world, and stop it going to sleep." All three of the nominees in the poetry category have done that poet's work. Within their poetry, we find music and beauty within fragmentation, layering, looping, and reworking. We catch glimpses of understanding about the complexity of family relationships, and we suffer devastating personal losses and feel connections that link us across generations and continents. The poems our nominees have given us are anything but easy reading. These poems shake us awake and reveal truths in few words. They are important reading, and I'm grateful that we can share the fruits of each of the nominees' labors. This year, the nominees for poetry are Disintegration Loops by Stephen Cramer, Ghetto Claustrophobia, Dreamin' of Mama While Trying to Speak Woman in Woke Tongues by Shanta Gander, and American Wake by Karen McCadden. And the winner of the 2021 Vermont Book Award for Poetry is Ghetto Claustrophobia by Shanta Gander.
I really wasn't expecting this. I wrote nothing, but I do have something to say. And it is this: I've never experienced so much a moment of trying to break into the place, break back into a place that I was trying to break out of when growing up, a place that actually now no longer exists. It's abandoned. So I literally have been trying to break back into it, legally, everybody. And my only message is that, you know, this is still to the little girl inside of myself who thought she couldn't, and anybody who thinks they they can't. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that's all I have for you. Thank you very much, and thank you to all the people who birthed it, because books don't birth themselves. So thanking all my community of supporters. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I've got a lot of reading to do. We probably all do. Congratulations again to the winners, to Shanta, Gander, to Melanie, and to Alison Bechdel. Your work is extraordinary. And thank you all to all of the finalists. Your work inspires us and educates us and expands our world. Thank you for all you do. Your accomplishments are magnificent.